Hi friends, Andy Vegan. Today is my gentle juice fasting day. That is once a week in the average. Um, the moon phases are a little bit more elliptic than circular, so not every week. So sometimes I have 11 days between two fasting days, sometimes I have 4 days, because of the Ekadashi period, 11 days. Ekadashi means 11. It's a Sanskrit word, means 11. 11 days after the full moon, after the new moon. These 11 days is a period when the moon and the sun and the earth are in a relationship that makes it balanced. Because of this, the not circular, elliptic rounds they take the planets. Not perfectly circles, so it's a little bit off. So 11 days, not every week. And these days where the water element is balanced, as the yogic texts say, the water element helps us best to cleanse, to purify. That's what fasting is about in the first place, purification. The body does it by itself all the time. You don't need to fast, but you do it anyway. If you're living healthy, usually you don't eat at night. You wait, you sleep, the body can cleanse. The liver and all the other things, they cleanse, the digestion rests. On our fasting day, we do rest a little bit longer. We make it a little bit more, we optimize it. We do it a whole day and a night and the day before. Up to 40 hours or 42 hours or something when you add up that we are fasting it. Nothing in the intestines, it can cleanse, it can, the system can reboot, so to say. You have a little computer mistake, you just shut the computer down and bring it up again, and then you reboot it, and then the system has corrected itself. So to help the body a little bit, and we do it in a gentle way. That means gentle juice fasting. That is because I do it in a way that my body always feels great, that I feel great every day, all the time during fasting. I don't push myself too much, or a little bit discipline is needed. Of course, I restrain myself a little bit, but it should be feeling great, and juices are a great way to do that. And if I have a little bit of bad feeling, I can also slow down the fasting. I can just eat something, maybe a broth or a light salad, a smoothie. Usually I take all the fiber out of my beverages. I drink water, there's no fiber, nothing, no nutrients, some minerals maybe. But the fruit juices here I juice the fruit and the veggies through a juicer. I need a juicer, or a blender with a filter, a sieve, micro sieve or so, or a nut milk bag that also. But the juice is recommended if you want to fast regularly, though it is recommended. It should be done regularly. One time fasting is like, well, today I eat less and tomorrow I begin again. That's the same, you just maybe even gain weight more. So it should be regular to make it really a difference. Though fasting also one time only is okay, too. It's better than doing nothing. But it really begins to make more sense if you do it every day, every week. In this way, every week. And everybody can do it just one day, because medical science says if you do it more than one day, you should have a medical surveillance, a medical professional looking into it, because the body can begin to harm itself. Inner organs can be harmed without even us noticing it. But one day, if you're a healthy person, if you feel great, there's no problem with one day fasting. We fasted all the time. Our whole history of mankind was characterized by regular fasting because we had no food available. Now, our society, in modern times, many people have food every day in abundance. We have too much food even. We eat the wrong food. So fasting is now a discipline that we do ourselves, but it has always been normal. Our body is used to that, historically, genetically. So fasting is great. It's fun, and it should be gentle in my view. I like it because I want to do it with everybody else together. And myself, I don't want to think about it too much. I just do it one day. I have these wonderful veggies here. I make a new juice recipe every week, so to say, in the average. And today is a celery juice. Celery juice, I always try to avoid it because celery is so powerful. The flavor can be so unpleasant, and many love it. It's really hip, something many people do now. They say it's the best start of the day, they drink a celery juice. I tried it, doesn't taste so nice. I always use celery as a seasoning, small amounts. These here, the celery heads, Yeah, one stalk or two I put into a juice to give it a nice smoky flavor as a seasoning. Yeah, but when it's too much, well, no, it doesn't taste well. It has to taste great. I have to like it. If you like a celery juice, just juice it and enjoy. But recently, a friend of mine told me, "Why don't you do 2 heads of celery? That is 2 heads here." I cut it into smaller pieces because it's easier to juice then. And 2 apples. I said, okay, I try it. I give it a try. I do. And it was delicious. I add a little bit of lemon. I have to say that is even better. A small amount of lemon, not too much. There's a video out. You can watch that. The celery juice with apple. That's what my first video recipe where celery was the main ingredient. The stalk celery. There's a lot of potassium. The potassium is super healthy. It is the counterpart of the salt. I mean, table salt. That is vital. We need it every day, but a small amount. Most people don't live long enough because they eat too much salt. That's the top one killer is salt. Too much salt. Though we need it. Can't live without it. Yeah. And potassium in the celery is also a little bit salty, but it's super healthy. So that's a good story. You can replace it. You can also dry. Here you can blend it up in a blender. I do that sometimes, blend it up. And then I dry it in a dehydrator. And then I have a powder, celery salt. That's called celery salt. There's no salt in it, but it tastes salty, and you can salt your dishes with it. When you want to avoid salt, some people have to do that for health reasons. You can use celery salt. That's recommended even by science. Great benefits. You can do that too. But celery is so wealthy, but as I said, usually as a seasoning, not as a whole meal. Here it is the main character now, celery juice. And the first time, as I said, was with 2 apples, 2 sour apples. I have them here too again. 2 apples again. And the last time, I added the salt to make it really taste nice, because without this lemon, last time I added the lemon, because I still felt a little bit a astringent taste. Tasted a little bit stringent, but put something together in the mouth, on the teeth, after drinking it. I thought, it's a nice juice with 2 apples, but you know what? I had a little bit of lemon and there it was away. There was no more astringency. It was perfect. Just a small amount of lemon to it, what makes it perfect in my flavor. And now I thought, well, I'll leave the lemon away and replace it with an orange. So I have the same amount of oranges as of the apples. It's 2 cups now. 2 apples, but this is the juice oranges. They're a little bit smaller, so I have a little bit more, maybe 3 or 4. But this is basically the same amount as the apples. So I want to have something of the sour citrus flavor from the lemon. And the lemon is very sour. Orange is also sweet. So I tried the orange today instead of the lemon, which I needed to make that juice perfect. So try that now, and I come back in a second. I show you what it tastes like. Or I try to tell you what it tastes like. Here it is, my orange apple celery juice. Yeah, looks beautiful, beautiful color. When I first tried it with the apple, I was so happy because it was so refreshing. Yeah, with a little bit of lemon, I said. So I replaced the lemon with the orange and thought maybe let's see what it's like. And it is a little bit more an orange color now. The sour apple is more greenish, and it looks a little bit different. Small change in color. The texture is pretty much the same. It was so refreshing. I will taste it now. Let's see. Let's try. Looks nice anyway, but I have to taste it, of course. Okay, that's, I would say, step 1. Because, the thing that kept me from making celery juices in the first place was that unpleasant, to me, unpleasant flavor, and many people have the same experience. I would, cause we talk about it, of course, online, also chatting and so. So that is a way. The apple does take that away, and the orange, replaces the lemon, because the lemon took away the last little bit of this astringent quality from the celery. So the little lemon was necessary for me, so I replaced it with orange. The orange does that too, but what I have to say now is it's a pleasant flavor, but it's a little bit too dull. It could have more expression, more expressiveness, and that's why I prepared. I have a plan B for that. So I could publish that recipe and say, try it, it's nice. It's not bad, yeah, but I will try it now with these two guys, a lemon and ginger. I add 2 more ingredients to give it a little bit more expression. That's what I usually do. I add lemon and ginger in many of my juices to make it more expressive, to give the flavors that are already in the recipe more expression. They lift the other flavors. But it can also sometimes be too much. Sometimes adding lemon can make a whole new juice flavor. Lemon is not always just a seasoning. It's sometimes also flavoring. It adds a new flavor. So you never really know until you try it. So I begin with half a lemon. I peeled half a lemon and a small amount of ginger. Maybe 1 lemon would be too much. So lemon, ginger, maybe just, maybe just like this. Let's see, maybe 2 or 3 pieces, let's say, maybe 2 inches or so, ginger root. That's what I begin with. Let's see if it works. I will add that to that juice to make it a little bit more expressive, and I come back in another second to show you if it works and to tell you about that. The second attempt, adding a little bit of lemon and ginger, and I got an idea. It seems to be great, but I have to finalize now my check. So, half lemon and maybe 2 inches of ginger or so, ginger root. Juicing it again and adding it here. I have to stir a little bit. Now let's see. That's exactly the juice I like. Now it has a little bit of character. You could even add a little bit more lemon and ginger, I guess. But it's perfect now. Yeah, that was missing. So orange is great, but lemon and ginger makes it perfect. In my view, you can try it for yourself, but it's my second, I would say, my second celery juice. That really is a celery juice with the main ingredient. It looks great. It tastes wonderful, rich, and there's no unpleasant flavor, nothing. What I'm so happy about, yeah. So now I can go into a shop and see these beautiful, long, big, green, fresh, yellow-green celery heads and take them home, 2 of them. Usually I went into a shop and I saw these. They look so beautiful, so refreshing. I want to have it. But I knew I can't use it because I can use only a small amount, for a little refinement of a juice flavor, make it more smoky, tastes wonderful, but only a little bit, otherwise it would taste too much, too bad, it's too strong. Now I can take 2 of them and make a wonderful juice with it, and I can do that every week and make a juice. So I try more, find more recipes with this wonderful ingredient, and I'll let you know as soon as I come up with something. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X. And there is a Facebook page called Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. That is Tree Yoga is founded by Yogini Kaliji. She's brought the flow into the yoga movement worldwide. It's everywhere now. And she also told us about the Gentle Juicefasting. Yeah. The flow is a non-violent way of living, so to say. You live in the flow. You don't harm yourself and others. And it's compassionate as veganism. She brought veganism into yoga movement also, predominantly. Wasn't there before. It was so strange why yogis are the ones who brought non-violence, right, into the first principle. But so why wouldn't they be vegan? Most yogis were not vegan. Yeah, more and more now because of her. And yeah, so the non-violent lifestyle also yeah, inspired this gentle juice fasting, and to do it with gentleness, with compassion, and not pushing, in the flow. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. If you like, see you soon.